Now, did you watch it on TV?
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the footage today.
I meant last night. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't get a chance to, no.
Okay, for those of y'all listeners that watched it last night, let's go over a couple of things.
All right.
First, we didn't see enough ambulances or city hearses to take the 9, right?
Uh-huh.
They didn't let us know the names of the 9. Well, that's normal. But it's not normal not to be at the hospital where they are. The press.
Uh-huh.
Nobody was there. CNN said something today that was very interesting. The guy that's there on foot that been there overnight said the strange thing. He didn't know nothing. He said the strange thing about the cops and the responders, the looks they had on their face wasn't a look of a major massacre. Did you hear me?
Yeah. Mm.
So now, if you look at that youngster, you know, it's interesting listening to a whole lot of black preachers. And I'm not one to put black preachers. I think the strongest two forces in history of America has always been the black woman and the black church.
Right.
Okay. And so when you stop and think about it, and those of you that's not going to know what I'm talking about when I say that, when you saw him today on TV, you was looking at the Manchurian Candidate.
Manchurian Candidate, okay.
Now go back and look at his eyes. Look at they blink. Then they started lying and say he had this flag on of Rhodesia. That little white boy don't know where Rhodesia is.
Wow.
And all of my research people, we just knew they was going to find him and say he committed suicide. We were shocked that they didn't, but they put him on a small plane tonight, so he still ain't out the water. And so this is what this is about. He leaves one black woman alive, so you can tell the world. You heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
And so now the FBI don't have to come in and spend 7 weeks seeing if this was a hate crime. FBI was already there. They got to go in and make sure it wasn't nobody that pulled something off that got away with it that they have to kill.
Right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about. And all you got to do, if you go back and just keep your eye on that's coming out there today. He sit there with them Negroes. And you see the picture. Now you have to ask yourself a question. Where'd those pictures come from? Those were the cameras that the church has.
Right.
But wait a minute. Then how come we didn't see the massacre? Who turned them off? We saw his car in the parking lot, right? How come we didn't see him getting out of it? Those cameras belong to the church. How come we didn't see him leaving? How come there were no blood trails? You gonna kill 9 people in close range and you ain't got no blood on your shoes? Then they catch him today. He was damn near asleep.
For those who don't know, Dick Gregory, what did you mean by Manchurian Candidate? For those
Manchurian Candidate is a book that they wrote about before Kennedy was shot. Mind control.
The war in Korea was over. Captain, now Major Bennett Marco, had been reassigned to Army intelligence in Washington. It was, by and large, a pleasant assignment, except for one thing. Night after night, the Major was plagued by the same reoccurring nightmare.
Stop.
Allow me to introduce our American visitors. I must ask you to forgive their somewhat lackadaisical manners, but I have conditioned them. or brainwashed them, brainwashed them, brainwashed them, brainwashed them, which I understand is the new American word, to believe that they are waiting out a storm in the lobby of a small hotel in New Jersey, where a meeting of the Ladies' Garden Club is in progress.
You will notice that I have told them they may smoke. I've allowed my people to have a little fun in the selection of bizarre tobacco substitutes. Are you enjoying your cigarette, Ed?
Yes, ma'am. Yak dung. Oh, tastes good, like a cigarette should. Raymond, pull your chair over here by me, please. I am sure you've all heard the old wives' tale that no hypnotized subject may be forced to do that which is repellent to his moral nature, whatever that may be. Nonsense, of course. Raymond, whom do you dislike the least in your group here today?
The least?
That's right.
Well, I guess Captain Markham, ma'am.
Notice how he is always drawn to authority? That won't do, Raymond. We need the captain to get you your medal. Who else?
Well, I guess Ed Mavoli, ma'am.
Ah, that's better. Now then, Raymond, take this scarf and strangle Ed Mavoli to death.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Pardon.
Hey, Sarge, cut it up. What? Quiet, Ed, please. Now you just sit there quietly and cooperate.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing? I have these dreams, sir.
Dreams?
Yes, sir. Kuwait. You and me, Ingram and Baker and Raymond Shaw.
Okay.
See, I remember it happened like you just said, and then I don't.
Well, we had it pretty rough over there. A long time ago, memory shift.
But do you have dreams, sir?
Somebody got into our heads with big steel-toe boots, cable cutters, and a chainsaw, and they went to town. Neurons got exposed, and circuits got rewired. Our brain cells got obliterated, Raymond. Please. You need to get help, Ben.
Let me just do this here. Let me do this here. It's very important. I sent my number one researcher, Reginald Terray. I sent him back from Spain looking up some information and told him, when you get back here, I'll be coming back in from Switzerland, but go right to South Carolina and just look up Juneteenth. Look up Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of that, other stuff will come to you. And when I get back, so I got in last night, and he left me a message to call him, and he said, "You trying to get me killed?" He said, "Did you know something?" I said, "I heard all over Europe 2 weeks ago that something was getting ready to happen there." And they kind of hinted what it was, and I was kind of hinting to you what to look up. Now, you said something. The name of this is Underground Railroad?
Yes.
Did you know when Underground Railroad ended?
No, when?
In Detroit.
In Detroit, okay.
Yeah. And the biggest, you heard of Juneteenth?
Yeah, I heard of it before, yeah.
Okay, well, that's the biggest, one of the biggest celebrations in the world of Juneteenth.
Yeah.
It's across the street in Canada. Because that's where the Underground Railroad ended.
Right.
And it was the black runaway slaves that went to Canada that invented ice hockey. So a white boy by the name of Richard Stanley went to watch it. And when he ended up looking at it, it's called the Stanley Cup.
Right, yeah.
And so now Juneteenth. That's a 3-day celebration, June the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Started at the church where the shooting took place last night. You hear me?
Yeah.
Started at the place where the shooting took place last night. And out of that, did Mark Vesey and Morris Brown, remember that?
Yeah.
That rise up, they came out the church. They the ones who invented that church.
This belief that slavery was not Christian. So they, both bond and free, flocked to a meeting place in Charleston. And then Mark Vesey was a part of that.
The participants in the rebellion met at Emmanuel. So that rebellion, though led by Dylann Roof, was basically an AME rebellion.
Because of that, South Carolina created the Citadel. The guns were pointed in the direction of where the members of Mother Emanuel lived. Just in case there was another insurrection, the state was ready.
The buildings of the African Methodist Episcopal Church were often the hotbed and centerpiece of much that unfolded during the Civil Rights era.
In South Carolina, the record is clear there were some bishops who recognized that it was not in their best interest to take a public stance against white supremacy. Frank Madison Reed, serving as the bishop of the district here in South Carolina, did not borrow from that script. Reed asked every clergy member under his reign to support civil rights.
I was the pastor of Morris Brown AME Church. We organized concerned clergy, and I felt that it was my responsibility to work in behalf of the parishioners and the entire community.
Nothing great at all but some unshakable stresses for the slave masters, daughters and sons. They was all blessed cause their empires were built, trust, they was all set. The system tried to wipe us out but was incapable. They tried to use AIDS to murk us, then they tried crack, they still trying. So now they fought with some unslayable threat. Trust, now they use psychological warfare on the ghetto. That's why dudes fire Glocks in the wars. Here from the overexposure of 50 Cent to San Andreas, it's clearly visible these were tools in their plan to slay us. And with chemical weapons like skunk and crack, they got the future for many of us on the raps. We need a change cause positivity is hardly seen. That's why I'm down with the UK RBGs.